You know what? I wasn't even gonna talk about this on camera, but you know what? This Gryffindor fan is not happy right now. What the hell? What the actual fucking hell? If you couldn't tell, I just hopped on Twitter or X, and I feel like wanting to talk about this. So, last year, HBO Max has decided to redo the Harry Potter franchise as a series. Yeah. And we just got more news about it today. So, from Discussing Film, it says from Deadline Hollywood, J.K. Rowling is now reported to be an active executive producer on the Harry Potter series, where she will be involved in the making of the show's decision making. Now, look, I have my opinions on J.K. Rowling. She created a great world filled with some great characters and great moments. But, that being said, I do not like her rules, okay? I do not like the fact that she has attacked people in the transgender community and go after them and such. I am with that shit. So I hate her personal side, but as a creator's side, I respect J.K. Rowling for creating a great world filled with great creatures, characters, and so much great stories. So me as a fan of this franchise, Harry Potter, I'm not happy about this TV show. I'm not happy, and you know what? I have a lot of memorabilia. I'm going to show how much I am a fan of this franchise, but it seriously baffles me. This is not even many years later. This is 12 years after Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which was the last theatrically released movie in the overall main Harry Potter franchise. And this is only 2 years. It'll be 2 years in April since the last Wizarding World movie, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Cue the meme.
That was 2 years ago.
So the fact that I literally have to get on this camera and literally express my frustrations over why are you making the dumbest decision to take something I know and love and destroy it with a TV series.
One horrible idea after another.
Now, let me show you some stuff, okay? See, the movies. I cherish these movies. This is my favorite movie franchise of all time. This entire world is my favorite franchise of all time. I love all of these movies. Even if they make changes for book purposes, I love these movies. I have cherished these movies since I was a baby and since I was younger. They made me want to go and read the books. For my birthday, I got the complete book series of this collector's edition. My sisters got it for me. I got some of the wines. I got the Harry Potter wine, Cedric Diggory, Voldemort, Bellatrix Lestrange, freaking Severus Snape, McGonagall. My mom made a customized blanket with Harry Potter fabric. I have a Harry Potter comforter set, Harry Potter blanket. I even have the sword and hat, which this little guy. I love the Fantastic Beasts movies. I love They may not be as great as the originals, just like The Hobbit wasn't, but for what they are, I enjoyed it. You goddamn right, I'm a fan of this Harry Potter franchise. You're damn right, I'm a fan of the series. I've been there since I was younger, since I first watched Sorcerer's Stone on cable, and I said I want to see more.
God damn you! God damn you all to hell!
So the fact that I literally have to get viscerally upset about this, and the fact that I'm literally pissed off about this news, yes, every Harry Potter fan is also pissed off about it. I know some people's like Joshua is just gonna add more things to the book that was cut out of the movie, and just because you're adding more shit in the books to this fucking TV series in the 7-season long series doesn't mean anything. Look at these guys. These are my Harry, Ron, and Hermione. The Percy Jackson series, the movies were not the best, but I can enjoy them. I definitely enjoyed the TV series a lot more. But look at these guys. Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint. These three actors are forever my Harry, Ron, and Hermione. These actors I grew up with playing these iconic characters. You can't beat the original film franchise. And if you're gonna tell me in the comments, Josh, is not that personal, or they're not gonna try and beat it, they're gonna try to do their own thing, why? Of so many things you can do in the Wizarding World, as a Wizarding World fan, as a Harry Potter fan, there's so much stuff you could be doing with the TV show. I can see it's like, okay, fine, you didn't like changes made in the movies, we're gonna do it. But the fact that you're about to remake this 12 fucking years later, or 13 fucking years later, after Deathly Hallows Part 2, no. You're only doing this because you know, as a fan, as this Gryffindor is, as much as other houses of Hogwarts fans is going to be looking at this news, you know we're going to see it. You know we're going to try and watch it, and we're going to eat this shit up. Me? Fuck that. I don't need this fucking Harry Potter TV show, alright? Why would I want to watch a freaking TV series that's going to make me hate myself for being a fan of this franchise more when I can watch an entire almost 2.5 hour to 3 hour long series of movies, with Prisoner of Azkaban and Deathly Hallows Part 2 being the shortest? Why would I want to watch a 7-season episode series when I can watch 8 movies that does this shit better? Like I said, they made their changes. They made decisions that they had to do, but it was for the better of the story. There are so many other ideas you could do. You could be finishing off the Fantastic Beasts movies. I know that last movie was a big disappointment at the box office, but damn it, you could have just finished that off. You could have done a TV series about the founding members of Hogwarts, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. I would have been interested in that. There's even a musical, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which I heard some mixed things, but people say it was more entertaining than anything that this show will bring. It's heartbreaking to me. It's anger-inducing to me. And it's beyond embarrassing to me that you're about to take my favorite franchise of all time, one of my favorite worlds in the film and TV world, Hogwarts, right next to Star Wars, right next to the MCU, right next to DC, even so like the fucking Lord of the Rings. These movies made changes to the source material, but they respected. You know why Lord of the Rings and the movie versions of these are still talked about? You want to know why the Lord of the Rings movies worked so good? And why it's considered one of the greatest trilogies of all time? Is because despite the changes they made, they told the stories like it was in the books, they respected the source material, they cared about the lore, they care about the world, and they actually gave a fuck about Peter Jackson and his team actually gave a fuck about the Fellowship and the stories. He was passionate about these movies when he was 18. The cast members and the filmmakers were passionate about these movies. Even if the changes they made didn't work for some people, I'm fine with some changes made. There is a reason why when you do a book to film adaptation such as this, or Lord of the Rings, or The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is another one of the best film adaptations based on a musical, you have to make sacrifices in order for the shit to work. You can't fit everything from the book into a 2 hour to 3 hour to 4+ hour movie. Even comic book movies know they have to change this shit sometimes. The fact that you're literally about to ruin a part of my childhood with this goddamn TV show? No. To quote Tony Montana from Scarface.
No, but you wouldn't listen. Why, you stupid fuck. Look at you now.
These movies are going to be timeless forever. These books are going to be timeless. This movie franchise will be timeless forever until the day we die. Some of us fans die. These movies, this franchise and Lord of the Rings are the most responsible for showing that fantasy films can be taken seriously after they had a little bit of a rocky box office back in the 80s and 90s. I will forever be grateful to this and Lord of the Rings for showing me that fantasy movies can be great. Even some of the early movies from the 80s and stuff. I'm sorry. I want no part in this Harry Potter TV series. I don't care who you cast as the actors. I don't care who you cast as Snape or Voldemort. I don't care what creative teams you have. You're not going to do better. You're not going to do better because there is only one Harry Potter, one Hermione Granger, one Ron Weasley, and these are it. Only one. I'm gonna keep my book collection. I'm gonna keep all of my Harry Potter memorabilia, and the more I get, I'm gonna keep these movies as well as the reunion, as well as the Fantastic Beasts movies. I'm gonna keep all of that shit, and I'm gonna pretend that was as good as it ever got, and pretend that these movies were as good as they ever gonna get. Ain't nothing wrong with these movies, all right? There's some changes you don't agree with. That's fine. But then we don't need this. We don't need this. And as a fan of this franchise, as a fan of this world, and as a fan of these characters and these stories, this is the most unnecessary idea for a fucking cash grab. HBO Max. No. Do more shit like Peacemaker. Do more shit like The Last of Us. See, we got season 2 of Last of Us. Do more shit like House of the Dragon. Do more shit like that. Don't touch this. Harry Potter does not need a reboot. And this is coming from a Harry Potter fan. I do not support this. That felt good to get out. I had to get this out at some point because I've been asked about it, and I can just move on beyond it. The wizarding world of Harry Potter, you will live on forever and for many years to come. Screw this TV series. Well, that's gonna do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me, stay Epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.